Hey everyone, this is Grant Evans, your favorite Utah realtor. Today I'm going to be telling you the reasons why you shouldn't move to the beautiful state of Utah. Now, before I start bad-mouthing this wonderful state, I want to tell you that every state has its pros and cons. There will be a lot of people who will tell you to not move to a particular state, and the same goes for Utah. If you look at my TikTok comments about this video, or even probably these comments on this video, people will badmouth Utah. Well, guess what? No state is perfect. If there was a state that was perfect, everyone would go to it. And even then, perfection is unattainable, and you will find a flaw about something. So, without further ado, here is number 5. Number 5 are the drivers and roads. I am from Sacramento, California, and visit often, and Utah drivers still drive me nuts. At least Northern Californians are on the same page and communicate, but Utah drivers are everywhere. They don't know how to drive in snow, or use the left-hand lane and just cruise in it, and the semi-trucks make you feel really scared, especially when the road is really busy, and so on. I-15 is the main freeway to really get anywhere in the state and is always under construction. It never stops. There's always traffic, but not like LA traffic unless there's like an accident. And by the way, a major reason for accidents, just so you know, is distracted driving. So don't be dumb and stay alert. Number 4 is the culture. Not gonna lie, Utah culture is pretty funny. For example, people love fry sauce. And essentially what it is ketchup and mayo. You know what else that is? Thousand Island dressing. Is it delicious? Abso-freaking-lutely. It's so good. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints heavily influences the state's culture. And so you will notice that there aren't a lot of bars or coffee shops except for like Salt Lake County. But with the state being heavily influenced by religion comes the culture that relates a lot to Christianity. For example, the song that everyone hypes up to at a football game, at a BYU game, is either the intro to The Greatest Showman or Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond. No shade to Neil Diamond, that is a wonderful song, but that just shows the painting of what is Utah. Another thing that people find difficult about Utah culture is that since the members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints live pretty conservatively, they are more likely to react silently to different forms of fashion or a certain way of living. When fashion is kind of like something that's not jeans and a t-shirt. Also, Utah is very red, like politically, and associates most of the stereotypes that you can find with that party. Number 3, man, we are at number 3 and I'm already feeling a little depressed. But number 3 is the snow. Look, for me, born and raised in Northern California, I hate snow. I like looking at it, but I hate being in it. I don't know how to ski or snowboard, even though I was about an hour away from Tahoe growing up. And I would probably have a better attitude towards snow if I could do those things, but I don't. I coach track and field at Springville High School, and for us throwers, throwing shot put and discus and javelin, we don't like to throw heavy metal implements that make our hands really cold when it's snowing outside. And the indoor throwing events, they just don't have the same satisfaction. My 3-year-old loves snow, and he wants to make a snowman and play in it, but with snow comes 4 of my favorite things: blankets, basketball season, hot chocolate, and just straight up coziness. Number 2, the air quality, especially in the Wasatch Front or the east or like the western side of the mountain ranges. During the winter, cold air gets really heavy. Carbon emissions stay in the valley until a storm comes and then washes it away. For those who have severe respiratory problems, I would recommend like keeping an eye on the air quality levels, or even if you do move here with higher elevation so you're above poor quality. For track and field, we use purpleair.com since it's deemed the most accurate. Air quality also plays a factor in the summer. Utah will get its fair share of wildfires, and will also get smoke from the larger California wildfires. Depends on the year, but yeah, not a great time to be breathing in smoking carbon emissions. Number 1 is the nightlife. Okay, this list doesn't necessarily list like 1 through 5 in terms of importance, but I'm just gonna include nightlife as our last one with the intent of being kind of an umbrella term that we can kind of put with the other reasons in here. The reason I chose nightlife in this conversation is because things in Utah close early, like weirdly early. Like, the only 24/7 restaurants in my city are Del Taco and McDonald's. But this is even a thing in Salt Lake City. Teams that come to play the Utah Jazz hate coming to Utah, which I also think is part of the home court advantage, but it's because there's hardly any clubs or things to do before or after games. NBA players consistently complain about the lack of nightlife anytime they come. On top of that, as a dad to a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old, there are not many things to do family friendly that are free in the winter. If you are involved with snow and love snowboarding and skiing, there's really not much that is free family-friendly activities, unless it's like sledding, and that's it. Granted, there are a ton of rec centers, trampoline parks, which you have to pay for, indoor sports, which you also have to pay for, and other things that families can do, but again, it's not free. There's not a whole lot of free things to do for families. For me, the free things my family can do is to buy, again, not really free, a bounce house and put it in our basement for our kids to play in because it's freaking cold outside. It's not even snowing, so you can't even play in anything. Another free thing to do is to go to a library, which is fun depending on what city you're in. Springville has a really nice library. Or the small dinosaur museum at BYU, or yeah, that's all I can think of. This might be my own personal vendetta I have towards everything, that I just need to do a better job and get my kids more involved with sledding and just being happier about winter. But I swear I have like seasonal depressional disorder, because as soon as it starts getting cold, I have no idea what to do with my family. But in reality, every state is gonna have its pros and cons. And the truth is, home is where you make it. If you are leaving your state because of a political, economical, or familial reason, that's different. But if you're leaving just because of like the culture of the state, or like the weather, or something that is based on your perception, I'm not sure you're gonna be happy anywhere. I mean, even people who can be unhappy living in the paradise of Hawaii and want to move because there are a ton of bugs and that they are constantly sweating, they feel like they have to shower 3 times a day because they're sweating so much. You make home wherever you are. Your perception of life impacts your happiness. If you feel that Utah might be a good fit for you, come out and visit. Let me know and I'll even take you out to lunch. Remember to subscribe to my channel and feel free to email me at grant.evans@cbrealty.com. It's also in the description below, and follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Homes with Grant Evans for any daily content. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.